Vexing questions. Is President Biden done? Is Tucker Carlson a Russian plant? Is Taylor Swift and the intrigue a sign of the apocalypse? Adam Carolla sees major cultural implications afoot and some good jokes. Host of the Adam Carolla Show, my friend, Adam Carolla. It's good to see you, brother.
Good to see you, my friend.
So, Joe Biden, what do you make of the podium moment?
Well, I always think of his handlers when he circles back. And it's just sad that we have to say his handlers, like he's a panda bear at the zoo. But I always think about his handlers. He made it through the teleprompter. He answered a few questions. He generally unscathed. He's making his way off, and somebody says something, and he turns around, and I kind of think of it like, remember you'd go out, you had one of those buddies in college who drank really hard and liked to get into fights, he couldn't win. And I feel like when he turned around—
I was that guy.
Oh, you were that guy. Okay. So there's some guy at the bar with cauliflower ear wearing a tap out T-shirt, and your buddy's hassling that guy. And at some point you smooth it over and you get him out to the truck. And as you're trying to get the car started, you look and you see he's walked back into the bar. And you're like, uh-oh. Now he's going to get up to the podium and he's going to say, my friend CC Ryder, the King of Mexico, told me, and then they're all must have been back there just going, we were this close to getting out of this bar without you having a black eye.
So do you believe that it is not hype, that he has real problems that people should be assessing in their judgment of who to vote for?
Well, I don't like the idea that people assign a number to your sort of cognitive ability. Because I was sitting here and I was thinking, obviously Bernie Sanders is older than Joe Biden and sharp as a tack. Norman Lear, creator of All in the Family, and Norman Lear, he died a month ago, 101 years of age.
Yeah.
That guy was sharp as a tack at 101. I interviewed him at 93, sharper than most 35-year-olds I speak to, especially anyone in my family. So it's like, I don't think we need to assign a number to it. You're either up to the job or you're not. Because if you sign, Norman Lear is completely and utterly functional, 10 years older than Joe Biden is now, and then beyond.
Next topic, Tucker Carlson. I on the show said, I don't know why people are saying who can interview Putin and who can't. You can assess why Putin chooses the people to talk to that he does. But what did you make of that noise? What bothered you about it?
I think you can be bothered by a lot of things, and the idea that, I guess overall that you're taking a guy who's a dictator, and a guy's a scoundrel, and the guy's probably a murderer, and probably everything, all the horrible things, and you're giving him a platform. I guess that's a kind of a basic argument, and maybe you're turning him into a human being, and that's too much grace for a guy like that. On the other hand, hearing what everyone has to say, ultimately, it's one of two paths. We either hear what everyone has to say and then decide who they are and what will follow, or there's the other path, which is silence people, and that kind of leads to dark places, because then we get into the world of who decides who gets to speak and who doesn't get to speak. COVID, we kind of got our ass kicked by COVID with like who gets to talk and who doesn't get to talk. And I think ultimately, let's let everyone talk, and then we'll decide who's palatable.
Hey, thank you for watching. Please go to newsnationnow.com, newsnationnow.com, and you can find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below. Then you will get more of NewsNation's fact-driven coverage.